Hi, everybody. This is a different type of video. I know a second different type of video, but you've heard me mention some recent React videos about the new changes to the guidelines to YouTube. And, first of all, we here at Chicago Reacts definitely pride ourselves in telling people to please support the original content creator, follow them on all their social medias. And this one is from Moist Critical. And it has to do with, I guess, the way we're going to be watching YouTube videos from here on out. And everything else in between. And look, this isn't going to be a fun. There'll probably I'll have some humor here and there, but I think we got to prepare ourselves for what's coming our way because I feel like screaming, and I've been saying that this has been happening for a while. I don't want to say like I'm an expert or anything, but YouTube has definitely changed since its early Wild West days, which I have to say, look, I get that there's bad people out there, there's scary content, whatever, right? But we're all adults here. We don't need more guidelines or the government stepping in and telling you what you're allowed to do, or you need to show an ID and then have your tax form, or then show a picture of your butthole to watch a video on YouTube. I mean, look, maybe I'm being a little bit crazy here, but I think it's long overdue that we really address some of the insanity. So this is just a video from Moist Critical. I think he's breaking it down perfectly. It came out 3 days ago, but I think we need to talk about what's going to be happening. This is going to impact all sorts of channels, not only from React channels, but gun channels, entertainment channels, science fiction channels, history channels, all this kind of stuff. Because, whenever you hear a government saying they want to protect the kids, I've never seen these politicians really give a damn about kids. So let's enjoy this video in a 3, 2, and an uno. It's hitting now YouTube, or it's hitting YouTube now. Oh boy, here we go.
Earbed all you want, it won't protect you from a menace on the loose, a maniac at large that not even SpongeBob could catch. Mass surveillance, control, and censorship.
Oh,
it's now at our doorstep here, a place many have called home. YouTube. They've just announced they're rolling out AI in the US to detect if users are actually under 18, ignoring whatever the account's stated age is, and will apply restrictions to users it suspects are teens. And if it suspects that you are not over 18, it will restrict what you have access to, and the only way to
Do you have any idea how many content creators are going to be hit by this? How many people are going to lose viewership? There's been talk right now about bigger content creators like being told the same thing. Like, people are saying like, hey, I've been unsubscribed for your channel, or hey, I'm not being notified when you go live or upload new content. Hey, are you still subscribed to the channel? Are you still being notified when you get something from Chicago Reacts? Type your interaction with the YouTubes.
Return that is by providing identification. That sounds awfully familiar. Does that ring any bells to anyone out there, with what's going on over in the UK at the moment? Yeah. I would certainly hope so. If it doesn't, go give your doctor a huge pat on the ass and tell him that the lobotomy was very successful, because you have lost all fucking brain function. It's now US citizens' turn to have the piss sucked from their balls here, and all privacy completely thrown in the shitter. So, if YouTube's AI tools think that you're under 18, I hope you're ready to fork over your ID in order to continue to access certain YouTube content and features.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard that YouTube is doing. This is the most insane thing that I've ever seen YouTube do before. YouTube has done a lot of dumb things, especially when the first adpocalypse happened. And the fact that this is going on in the United Kingdom, and yes, there's other countries that are trying to enact more censorship. YouTube, I think you forgot what made you great. It was the people. Yeah, there's bad guys out there. There's a lot of bad people out there. But I don't trust the government for 1 second to protect the kids. These politicians don't care about kids. They don't care about the elderly. They don't care about anyone. This is about control, 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 censor, censor, censor. And that always turns out to be wonderful, eh?
When YouTube determines a user is teen or preteen, the site will disable personalized advertising, activate digital well-being features, and put stricter content filters as well as behavioral restrictions into place. Basically, YouTube will pop its titty into your mouth and breastfeed you here because your parents aren't fucking raising you. What a joyful, pleasant future where these greasy, greedy, ghoulish corporations are now going to be LARPing as your parental figures, deciding what you can and cannot access. based on their estimation of your age. Because no longer are parents even expected to be parents anymore. The internet is now that. My papa is a fucking YouTube algorithm. It tells me what I can watch, what I'm allowed to consume. It's so fucking infuriating. The only thing here that makes any level of sense is like disabling personalized ads for kids, which is something I'm pretty sure the YouTube Kids app already does.
It's in place. It's already in place. This is about more control. This is about more control, more censorship of what you're allowed to see. This is more government control of what you're allowed to consume as a content creator. There's been articles out there now talking about how if you're watching like a political YouTube video from an independent media outlet, that YouTube will then send you or direct you to some happy videos. Happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. Because they think you're not emotionally stable enough to consume content anymore.
Which, again, I don't even know why that app exists anymore with this effect, with this change going into effect. It's now just a redundancy if they're going to polymorph the main YouTube platform into basically catering to kids on it as well. It's fucking lunacy. It is not YouTube's responsibility to put the bumpers up in the bowling lane. The onus should be on the parents to ensure that their kids are not consuming harmful content on YouTube. It is crazy that YouTube is doing this. So they're using AI, which will assess a user's age via multiple behavioral factors, including what kind of videos the user searches for, the categories of videos they watch, and how long the account has been active per its blog post, which is very vague and also going to lead to so many accounts getting flagged as being under 18 that definitely are not. There are so many people in the Pokemon community, for example, that are adults. In fact, pretty much
oh yeah, geez. Anyone that does like, modeling or like, video games or toy, content, Pokemon, ain't it kind of stuff? Oh man, they're gonna lose their livelihood. Oh God. All right, controversial statement in a 3, 2, and uno. Set up a Kick account, set up a Rumble account, set up your Twitter account, or do what Brand Herrera, Donut Operator, the Fat Electrician, what they've done, and set up their own streaming platform too. So there you go. Oof. This is not going to be good.
Everybody that does Pokemon content online is like late 20s and early 30s at this point. That is like entirely an adult market, but it is a child's IP. Like, it is an IP that is catering towards kids. So pretty much anyone that searches for like Pokemon cards, Pokemon Showdown, really anything even adjacent to that, or like Nintendo games, like any gamers that play Nintendo games, all of those will be like a strike against them that could end with their account being deemed like under 18 or something. It's going to be absolute chaos, I imagine. This technology will allow us to infer a user's age and then use that signal regardless of the birthday in the account to deliver our age-appropriate product experiences and protections. If the AI estimation is incorrect, YouTube says it will allow a user to verify their age with a credit card, a government ID, or a selfie. Wow, what saints. You get the privilege of providing your identification or your biometric data to YouTube in order to prove that you are actually over 18. Surely that's going to be like really secure and it's not going to be used for any kind of like tracking or anything like that. Don't be ridiculous. Fucking tinfoil condom conspiracy theorist. There's nothing wrong with forking over all of your identification and your credit card information to corporations or the government.
Yeah, and that's how your ID gets stolen, and that's how, why outlets like Delete Me or NordVPN or anything else exists out there, because, our privacy can be easily hacked. These people are nuts. I hate these changes. Moist Critical's not in. He's correct here, man. He's not wrong. I don't trust YouTube to do the right thing. Ever since the first adpocalypse, where people... By the way, the first adpocalypse, just so you guys remember this, you had some, I think, a dumb idiot from BuzzFeed, Vice, or Vox, or whatever one of those stupid platforms, accused PewDiePie of wearing a Luftwaffe outfit. He was wearing a British Bombardier goddamn outfit. British Bombardier outfit, Luftwaffe outfit. Two different things altogether. One of Germania and the Third Reich. I will never forgive Germania for the destruction of Rome. And then the other one, you got the lovely Chip Chip Cheerio people from British Bombardier outfit. That's what the outfit PewDiePie was wearing, a British Bombardier outfit, not a Luftwaffe. Okay, there's a big difference between the two, all right? Too bad you had dumb writers from Vice, Vox, or BuzzFeed, whatever one, said, oh no, look what he's doing. And that's how Adpocalypse happened. Stupid people, jealous of real independent content creators, and now this is what it's morphed into. It'll show your ID. Watch this YouTube video. Dumbest thing ever. YouTube, you go along with this, man. It is not my fault what happens to you next.
Directly, so that way they can actively monitor you and censor you and basically control what you have access to. What's the big deal? It's so absurd, man. I cannot believe how quickly this is getting out of control. Like I told you, it was not exclusive to just the UK. It is already touched down here, and it hasn't even been a week. It hasn't even been a week. That snowball has already become a full fucking shitstorm avalanche. It is terrible. It's scary. It's very scary. This article also mentions something else. The rollout of the new feature comes one day after Australia's government announced it would ban children under 16 from using YouTube, and less than a week after UK implemented the sweeping age checks on content on social media networks. YouTube was promised an exemption from Australia's social media ban last year by the then communications minister, but the Australian government said on Monday that the platform would in fact be included in the country's ban on children under 16 using social networks. The ban is slated to take effect in December.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever witnessed and seen here in my lifetime.
Google, YouTube's parent company, strenuously advocated against the Australian ban and has threatened to sue to overturn it. That subject they mentioned there about the Australian government banning kids from making social media accounts is a topic that I briefly touched on like a year ago. But in a nutshell, this is something I've said a lot. The entire landscape of social media has changed so much over the last decade, drastically, where I do think it is downright dangerous and detrimental for kids to just have unlimited access to things like Twitter, for example. So, I do think that it's not exactly a good thing to just have kids making social media accounts and just fucking rotting away on them. I do think that that is harmful, but there is no way of actually stopping that in a way that doesn't step on everyone's freedoms. And at the time, it just didn't even really dawn on me because the way it was being spoken about was just like, oh, don't worry, the methods we're coming up with are, we're making sure privacy is still top of mind. We don't want to encroach on that. We're just trying to think of ways to, help kids not get, sucked into social media degeneracy and all of that. And when you hear that, you're like, oh, okay, I guess that, makes sense. But when you really stop to think about it and you stop and, really fucking smell it, it's very clear that there's no way of doing that without just stripping freedoms from everybody else. How the...
Yep. This is a way to strip your freedom. This is a way you don't have any rights. No right. You better be careful what you speak about, what you talk about, what you share. This is how they police you. This is how they deplatform you. This is how you get canceled. For anyone that was on board with cancel culture or censorship, hey, you do realize you're on the chopping block too, you big-brained morons. Trusting the government to supersede on everything. Or, oh, a video offended me. Oh, I don't like this content creator. Oh, no, they did this. They said that. Oh, shut up. When this gets implemented, things are going to change. You may not notice it at first, but then you'll realize all the fun is gone.
Fuck, are you possible?
Not that it's still here already, whatever.
Going to stop that from happening. And it also shouldn't be the government's responsibility nor the platform's responsibility to ensure that kids aren't making those accounts. It is the parents.
Yeah.
No matter how you spin it, it should always come back to the parents. And what YouTube did initially, and what I thought was the right direction, was having a separate platform specifically for that age group, YouTube Kids. So that way, that group, those kids, would not be going to main YouTube. They would be on that platform, which is safe for them. And the parents' responsibility would be ensuring that they are on YouTube Kids, not main YouTube. But now what's happening is every company is now putting in these age verification checks, which require ID or biometric data, which, as we're seeing unfold in real time rapidly, leads to just basically control and mass surveillance. That's the entire underlying motive behind all of it. It's not about protecting kids. It's not about making sure kids aren't getting access to dangerous social media, content or anything like that. It is all about getting more of your information so they can monitor you more effectively. It's not a conspiracy, it is just right in your face censorship, control, and mass surveillance. And YouTube now taking this step is extremely concerning. And obviously, as everyone's pointing out, it is not going to be 100% accurate. I would be shocked if it's even close to 50% accurate. Break this shit down to its bare butt cheeks real quick. If it's going to be like making these guesses off of like the content you're watching or your searches, there is so much wiggle room for error.
Yep. Not wiggle room. It's a wide berth. It's so open. It's like the Great Plains in Montana. There's so much clear sky for there to be so much error happening here if this gets truly implemented in the States. Do you have any idea what this will do to us? All of us? Every single one of us?
Like, let's say you watch an anime, trailer or something. I imagine YouTube would probably put that into like a cartoon bin, which would then be falling under like a under 18 bin, which would be a strike against you. What if you like misspell something in the searches? Like what if you accidentally make a typo? Does that make them think that you might be a kid as well? Or what about something like autoplay? Like let's say you put on like a real adult video. You look at fucking day trading tutorials, but it autoplays to something else, which is like making slime or some shit, because YouTube's recommended algorithm is fucking wild. Like you could easily just be flagged as an under 18 account, and then, well, if you want to keep using your account and have access to all the content and features that you've been used to, you're gonna need to fork over that ID or at least show us your face. Give us some of that sweet, sweet biometric data currency, please. And I hope you'll say no. That is not something you should ever be comfortable with giving any company. It is a big problem, and there needs to be something done about this. It is truly out of control now, and it's here coming to YouTube. So, yep, just another concerning act of censorship and surveillance here, and it's not just overseas anymore. That's really about it.
Damn. All right, so here's the takeaway. First of all, there are other platforms out there. There's Twitch. I don't know what's going to happen with Twitch. I think Twitch is on the way out. That's just my opinion. Rumble has been all right. There's Kick. There's X. I don't know what else is out there, but I mean, at this point, YouTube, if you want to kill your, I had to stop myself there. If you want to destroy your business, self-delete yourself, this is how you do it. When you start, tone policing, keeping the big brother eye on. I remember when Google's old term was do no evil. And now, boy, this is pretty evil to me. I don't like this. And how is this going to impact content creators who are on the platform? How's this going to impact them and their content? How many of their subscribers are not going to be notified? How many of their subscribers are going to be removed? How will this affect the algorithm for their content when, maybe YouTube will want to recommend a channel or something? That's going to really impact a lot of people. And I find this to be absolutely insulting and disgusting that this is the world we live in now, where we have unchecked censorship, unchecked suppression. I know this video is a little bit different, but this is going to impact us all. All the content creators, reaction channels, entertainment channels, educational channels, everything. I'm just going to say this. YouTube, forget protecting the kids. Look, I know, yes. Obviously, this falls. There's no excuse, parents. Keep an eye on your goddamn kids. I'm an older millennial. I'm 40 years old now, okay? So to my fellow millennials, keep an eye on your kids, all right? The Gen Xers, keep an eye on your kids. Boomers, keep an eye on your kids. Everybody, keep an eye on your kids, okay? How's that sound? All right? Have real thoughtful conversations about what it means to go on the internet. We don't need a government to tell us what to do. YouTube, go back to your rules in 2016, okay? You'll realize, one, it was more fun. There was more entertainment. People were more chill. Let's go back to the 2016 guidelines. Let's go back to 2015 guidelines. How does that sound? All right, when YouTube used to be YouTube. Remember that? Remember fun? I do. Because what's going to come next is not fun.